Alright guys, so here we have the fusion of Cooler and Frieza, Frieza or Coolieza, whatever it is that it's translated to. This unit is, it used to be a lot better back when LR Frieza was still, really, really good. Now, of course, we have the transforming Frieza who kind of replaced them. But, this Frieza makes a very good linking partner with that LR Frieza. He's still a semi-decent unit, and, the most malevolent clan category is kind of small, so I figured why not go ahead and rainbow this guy, just, buff that category team a little bit. Plus, he's also on, like, the fusion team and stuff, because, he is, like, an actual fusion of, Cooler and Frieza. So, we'll go ahead and see how solid, how decent this guard can be, even, a few years after his release. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We'll start on the Wicked Bloodline team, because I haven't really had the chance to use this team very often, at all lately. We just don't really get that many new units here, but there are still a number of things that could be added, like, an LR Golden Frieza, Angel Transforming Golden Frieza. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they could actually add into the game here for this category. Now, it's been a while since I've rainbowed Coolieza, about a year. I'm recording this during the 5th year anniversary, but it was back during the 4-year anniversary when I actually went ahead and rainbowed Coolieza. I think it was like February 23rd, 2019, so it's been a while. So let's see, Coolieza, 700k basically attack stat. Obviously not too crazy impressive. Coolieza does get a 70% attack buff on Super, so we could definitely be able to see some good numbers from Coolieza. Coolieza is going to get a really, really nice attack buff from any support type units at all, right? This team overall is pretty damn good, the Wicked Bloodline team. It's just one of those things where, some of the units maybe are a bit older, and we could see, like, new or revamped versions of some of these characters, right? Something like Angel Golden Frieza, I guess it still does work really well on this team, right? AGL Metal Cooler, now this is the one unit who maybe I've soured on a little bit. For all of his build-up, I don't think he hits hard enough, with his links. His links are a bit of an oddity, right? Like, I believe Metal Cooler does not even have, shocking speed and stuff. I mean, he is good, but, we have a far better leader for this team, really, than Metal Cooler, like, which I probably could have ran, and that's this bad boy right here, STR Cooler. STR Cooler also is going to function as a support type unit as well, for Coolieza, so that's going to be good. Alright, so before I was sort of like, we'll go ahead and go easy on it, but now we'll go ahead and bring out the full power. So STR Cooler, of course, phenomenally good. Like, I don't want to turn this into STR Cooler, slurp fest or anything like that, but he still remains quite good. So there he is at a 2 million attack stat. Remember, he is giving a support type buff to Transformation Boost, which Coolieza is on. Now, I am going to be very curious and anxious to see. Over 1 million. All right, not bad. With only one support type unit, over 1 million. So, yeah, Coolieza, quite honestly, could be very impressive after a Dokkan Awakening. Like, I don't know, if you push them up to 100% or 120% on super attack, okay, so maybe Coolieza gets 120% attack and defense on super attack, and then, maybe he gets stronger based upon if there's other, fusion characters or Muno's most malevolent, something like that, right? They just give him 120% attack and defense on something else. He'll be a nice, interesting option for some of these teams for sure. Okay, so Metal Cooler, yeah, see, like, all those attacks, and he's still only at 1.95. Full Power Frieza does have Fierce Battle. It's just AGL Cooler, he does tend to lag behind a little bit, I think, some of these other Wicked Bloodline characters. I mean, he is still good, and he does have that giant transformation, which is obviously nice, so he is one of the better characters for, like, the giant transformation team, but still. Alright, so this one won't be too bad right here. We have a double support, basically, for Coolieza. As much as I would like to transform with Cooler here, for the superpower, I'm actually not gonna. We're just gonna go ahead and use, the double support type buff and see what Coolieza gets right here. Now, Coolieza is on a couple of teams, right? Fusion, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, and Conquest of Terror. So there's definitely some places where you can, go ahead and be able to use this unit. Like, that's the thing. Like, again, some of these fusion units who potentially could be getting Dokkan Awakenings at some point, I think could be very, very interesting, right? And Coolieza, 1.25 million, not bad. Yeah, so like just looking at fusion units who still are probably going to get a Dokkan Awakening at some point, you have Janembu. Selza is an interesting one. You know, there's the Xeno AGL Gotenks, the recent Heroes unit. He could get a Dokkan Awakening. We do have Coolieza, of course, Weirus. Then, of course, there's the physical adult Gotenks, who never got a Dokkan Awakening. It's, you know, Gotenks Teen. That guy was only ever a login bonus on JP, but they've never actually given him out on Global. I mean, I would like to see him awaken and be given out, you know, to all players. Yeah, I mentioned Weirus, and then there's also Tientia and then Chowman as well. Tientia was a login bonus, I believe, when the Fusions banner first showed up. Another unit that, for whatever reason, never came to Global. I would like to see both of them actually added into the game and given Dokkan Awakenings and stuff like that. Would be really cool to see. But, okay, let's go ahead and head to another category team now. Alright, guys, so now we're on the Fusion/Movie Hero team, where Coolieza is able to be used. Now, maybe this isn't going to be the craziest team for our boy Coolieza, right? Because, you know, some of his big links, like Thirst for Conquest and Universe's Most Malevolent, we don't really have a ton of units over here that are going to be able to make good use out of that. Or, like, you know, Fear and Faith, which he's also got, Metamorphosis, you know, Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space. Like, Coolieza has all these important links for, you know, the Frieza family race or villain units. So, I don't know. I mean, we will be able to link him up with Selza, the fusion of Cell and Frieza. Again, that's another unit, by the way, that I think could be very, very interesting with a Dokkan Awakening, because Selza actually has, like, pretty interesting stats. I don't know about his links, so let me actually pull up Selza's links. I want to take a look at what his link set is looking like. I also do have the Bardock and Gine card here. We will try and go ahead and use Bardock and Gine's active skill ability and see if we can get some interesting extra damage for Coolieza. So yeah, let me pull up Selza real quick. I want to take a look at his links. Because that's Selza, again, like Selza, Weirus, some of these units, they are going to be very interesting. Let me see. So he's got Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Shocking Speed, Prodigies, Big Bad Bosses, and Fuse Fighter. So, I mean, he does have some decent enough links there. Looks like Gohan is probably going to get one turned right here. I did bring LR Gohan and Goten. I don't even know why. I probably should not. That LR Gohan and Goten, that's not a unit you could bring to showcases. Okay, actually, it didn't hurt us too bad. Okay, yeah, so Selza doesn't even have attack links with Coolieza. That's a bit unfortunate right there. Wow, Coolieza actually has less defense than Pandel. Can you believe that? Wow, okay. All right, here. So we'll do this right here, giving him a super attack. Now, Coolieza is going to be able to do some decent enough numbers if you get a super attack with support type units around. Hopefully Gohan supers, because I do want to get the... Nice. Okay, this is good. We could potentially get the active skill next turn, which would be really, really good. 100k right there. And then he's at 836. I mean, Pandel is a unit I would really like to see awaken or something like that, because Pandel is good, right? A support type unit. But, you know, she's really needed because she's like the only support type unit for Fusion, basically. Like you look at Fusion and there's like just like almost nothing there in terms of support. It's like Fusion just needs a lot. I don't know. It's weird, right? Like you would expect, oh, the Fusion team is so busted. The last thing in the world that needs to happen is Fusion to get buffs. But it's like, no. Fusion could definitely use a hand. You know, again, it's very, very top heavy. And I think by putting other units out here like this, it'll actually be pretty damn good. Okay, so now we have Bardock and Gine's active skill. So this is good. They're going to be able to do a lot of extra damage basically being brought to the team here. So let me see what these Gogetas do with the Bardock and Gine active skill. If they could put up any, you know, impressive numbers right here, so to say. I do love Bardock and Gine, the 2-turn LRB pan effect. Yeah, 2.36. So that's about all we're going to see from this. Gogeta with the guaranteed crits at that number. Whew, later, Gohan. And Bardock and Gine themselves, 1.41, considering, like, none of their secondary parts of their passive is active right there. Like, we don't even have a Goku unit on the team to activate, like, Bardock and Gine any additional part of their passive whatsoever. So that's not a bad number by them, considering they're getting, again, virtually nothing right there. So, okay, let's go ahead and see now what Coolieza will get with this 2-turn buff. I would have brought LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, but obviously they are not going to get a buff. Oh! Let's do it. They're not gonna one-shot Gohan. I mean, even with the increased damage they get from Bardock and Guinea, this is not gonna be strong enough. Even if they crit, this is not gonna one-shot. But an opportunity to bust this out, like, you know, when I could get active skills like this in showcase videos, it's like I want to take it. Okay, actually, if they had crit, I think they would have one-shot him. Actually, okay. Coolieza at 32k defense, so. Continuing to not really be that impressive defensively, our boy Coolieza. I mean, it's okay, you know, what can you expect? It can't be perfect, huh? Alright, so let's see what we get here as far as a number goes for Coolieza, and then Gohan and Goten will be able to finish things off at the end, because they are still getting that 2-turn buff from Bardock and Guinea. Oh, we're going to be able to get to see this super attack animation as well. A lot of, oh, Coolieza, the 3 dodge, and he's over 1 million, okay. The 3 dodge! Oh! 50k with a Princess Snake. Nice. Nice. Okay. So we saw some rare animations there. Bardock and Guinea. A lot of shenanigans. But again, this Coolieza unit, I'm going to be very curious to see what happens after he gets a Dokkan Awakening. Maybe some of these fusion units will get an EZA, like Bra Pan and Pandel. Again, it'll be very intriguing to see what's going to happen. Alright, so this is Impeccable Emperor Coolieza. His leader skill is STR type, HP, and defense 60%. So there will be a number of ways. I really am liking the amount of sub-leaders they've been making for a lot of these categories recently. And, like, again, like, Fusion, you know, you do have the EZA base form Gogeta, and then a bunch of, like, top-tier, super high-level Dokkan Fest exclusive characters, right? LR Physical Anniversary Gogeta, LR Blue Gogeta, the AGL Super Saiyan, you know, Blue Gogeta, and then of course Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, all fusion category leaders. But like having some sort of like mid-tier option like Coolieza, who's every banner unit now, you know, being like 120% to fusion or maybe 120% to like Wicked Bloodline or something like that would be a good idea. You know, after an Awakening, potentially an EZA, you know, we'll see. His super attack is the Supernova, which does supreme damage to the enemy, so shows his age back when he came out in August 25th of 2016, that he does not have any effects on his super attack. His passive skill, Utter Annihilation, is 70% attack when performing a super attack. These types of units did end up aging a lot better than a lot of the other units from back in the day. That's why, like, this Coolieza was pretty easily able to get over a 1 million attack stat, you know. Compared to other units that came out around that time that are just, like, completely god-awful unless they get EZAs, and, like, you know, it's impressive. Coolieza's links are Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fear and Faith, Fuse Fighter, and Metamorphosis. So he does have really good links, right? Like, we'll probably see him with, like, Shattering the Limit, I'm sure, but, like, if he had Fierce Battle, that he would really be an interesting unit for the Wicked Bloodline team or Transformation Boost, because those are really good links for all those types of units, right? So, I don't know, like, I would like to see, like, there's a lot of characters from Fusions that they really could bring in here. It's like Heroes, right? Like, isn't there, like, the EX, like, Gogeta in there and stuff like that? Like, you know, those are the types of units that they could just, Dokkan just gonna say, you know what, here, that's a Dokkan Fest. Like, bam, like, like, people are gonna summon for EX Gogeta, and, like, you know, if they just decide, okay, here's Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta from Heroes, like, Dokkan really does need to start doing that, because if they tap into that, it's like, okay, the 5th year anniversary was so awesome with the Blues, but, like, you know, then you have Super Saiyan 3 Vegito and Gogeta as a dual Dokkan Festival. You have, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Gogeta as, like, Dokkan Festivals. And, like, you know, the Fusion and Potara categories are so limited that all those different variants of those characters would be needed. So I do hope they do go down that route, right? Coolieza's 12K multiplier is 130%, which is, you know, fine. And then, well, fine for when he came out, right? Obviously, I prefer better, but, I mean, what are we going to expect, you know, from at this point, right? And then the last thing, our boy is on a couple of different category teams. So, number one, he's on the Fusion category. Again, I really would like to see a lot of buffs added to this team. Just more options is a good thing, not a bad thing. Plus, like, Veku and, like, Fat Gotenks and stuff like that, like, another new Gotenks. There's just so much they really could do. Like, again, you would just sit here and think, like, oh, the last thing in the world that needs to be buffed is the Fusion category. But no, that's wrong. It does. It's like pure Saiyans. It's like what doesn't need to be buffed, right? Something like that. Or I don't know, transformation boost. But like Fusion and Fatara, I actually do want more units coming there. Speaking of transformation boost, yeah, here we go right here. Just constantly, like every good unit. Like the last 3 Dokkan Fest exclusives right there. Then the other one is Majin Vegeta. And then Android 13 is in there, and then Cooler, the previous 2 before that, and then Gohan, the 1 before that, and then Gohan and Cell, the 2 before that, and then, so, like, Piccolo and Majin Vegeta are the only 2 units that have not been added a transformation boost as far as Dokkan Festival exclusives since last... Well, we can even go further than that, huh? Because Namek Goku was... and Namek Goku was before Piccolo, I believe. Well, no, Gohan and Goten. It was Piccolo, then Gohan and Goten, then Namek Goku. So, like, Gohan and Goten, Piccolo, and Majin Vegeta, since basically last May. And then even you keep going backwards, and it's like Trunks and Zamasu were there. They were added here. Like, you just keep going, and there's just more and more units, transforming Vegeta. So, like, that category, like, it could chill. It could go ahead and take a chill. Wake Up Bloodline right here. Has gotten some powerful units. I wish you could rainbow LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold. I mean, they came out, I believe, in July, right? Let me just double check this. Mecha Frieza and King Cold's release date. But you're still not even able to rainbow them. And they cost so many damn Battlefield orbs, it's going to take forever. They came out on July 1st of 2019. So yeah, it's been 50 years. And then finally, Coolieza is on the Conquests of Terror category. A category that's going to get a lot stronger in the future. A lot of characters that will eventually get Dokkan Fest exclusives on here. Lord Slug, Scouter Vegeta, Piccolo from the World Tournament. Who else? Baby is another one. Bojack. All of those characters are getting Dokkan Fest exclusives in the future. So that category will continue to get better. Deborah potentially even as well. So that'll be interesting to see. But there's Coolieza. The quest to rainbow every unit continues on.